In 2019, Netflix trademarked their name Space Force, and then Donald Trump, the president at the time, took the military. He wanted to create a military for space and also wanted to call it Space Force. He wanted to trademark it. Then found out that Netflix had already done that. I thought it was the other way around. I guess not. I just thought that was an interesting bit of trivia. Anyway, Space Force Season 2, Netflix original series. I'm here to talk about it. Let's jump in. At the beginning of Season 2, the new Secretary of Defense puts General Ned on trial at the Pentagon, and the team has to pull together to testify on his behalf to save his job. Here's a series that I never thought was going to get a second season. I really thought it was going to be cancelled. Considering how much Netflix has cancelled on way less, on small amounts of people that actually are audience for this particular series. And then we have series like The OA, who had a big audience, still do, and wanted series, and they're like so many series, and you think, how is this going to get picked up? And then it does, and you're like, okay, let's give it a go. And so here we are with a handful of more episodes that are not as long as I thought they were, or that I remembered, because I remember thinking like I was forcing myself, like dragging myself through each episode. It wasn't funny, it wasn't what it wanted to be. I love the actors in it. I think John Malkovich is amazing. You know, you have veteran actors, and from like one of the writers or producers of The Office, and obviously we have the protagonist from The Office. And so I'm thinking to myself, this should have worked, but it just didn't for some reason. Didn't find a footing as to what it wanted to be, whether it's a space adventure, whether it's a dry comedy. It had too many feet in different pieces, and so I thought, what on earth is this series? Then we jump into Season 2, where people are like, huh, what is this now? And for me, I was like, wow, it's finally found its footing, but I think it might be too late. I feel like any day now we're going to get the word that this is going to be cancelled. Because this episode really feels like they've drawn themselves back from the big space adventure and gone into more of The Office. Each individual hijinks episode is really something that's going on, or something that's going on wrong around their places. They have 4 months to kind of sort themselves out there. They end up on a project that they want to be, but really every episode is the hijinks of what's going on. And so the writing feels right for a lesser than series that what it sought out to be at the beginning. And I feel like it's a shame, because had they done that within the first season, they probably would have gotten a third and fourth season. Nevertheless, there is some fun to be had here. Steve Carell and his daughter, that partnership, or that family dynamic unit, seems to go from strength to strength. That was one of the strongest things for me. And then we have the Malkovich and Steve Carell partnership, which is also funny. So that we have the dotted around sideline characters that work with the hijinks in every single episode in Season 2. And there are moments that you find yourself, oh, I'm actually laughing at that bit. Or there are moments you're finding yourself, well, I'm kind of giggling at that bit. There are other episodes that I just thought worked really well. The Europa Project was one. They have a big decision to make. They spend their time creating a PowerPoint presentation about an alien invasion, or do they go in the prank of a war? That was the synopsis for, I think, episode 4. And that's one of my favorite episodes in the season. I think it's going to be like The Office, where you start picking out episodes that are your favorite. Nowhere near as good as The Office. And I'm not saying it's a brilliant series, but for me, it definitely has picked up from Season 1. I do feel like it's too late. So I'm in mixed feelings about this. I would give this about 3 Nicolas Cages out of 5. There is space here. There is space to force yourself, to watch this, but there's a lot other better things you could be watching. But you probably, if you're a fan of some of these actors, John Malkovich, I think you're going to find yourself like, okay, drawn to it. You kind of want to watch it and see what they've done with Season 2, why they even got a Season 2. And I think you'll like be shrugging and go, yeah, that feels like it's found its footing. There's stuff in here that I'm really enjoying. Could we not get a Season 3 now? And I don't know. So let me know your thoughts down below. Quick, short, sharp review about an IP that I'm just unsure of. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live on Tuesday.